how often do we hear that U.S. support for Israel is all about shared values?
We have a bond to Israel that's much stronger. It's a moral commitment.
So in Israel, we see values that we share, the closeness of our two nations, the interests and the values that we share.
In our shared values.
Deep shared values.
That shares our values.
These aren't just casual remarks. The idea of shared values is so entrenched, it even appears on the State Department's website. At this point, let's take a super quick journey to see how much the two sides actually vibe with the same values.
The United States made a decision against Israel. A few days later, New Orleans was all flooded.
Most of the Israelis, if not all of them, deeply believe that we are the chosen people. And if we are the chosen people, we have the right to do whatever we want. And if we are the chosen people, we have the right to do whatever we want.
In the U.S. here, freedom of worship is one of the core rights protected by the Constitution. But in Israel, here's what's really going on. What about the shared value of human rights?
לכו והרגו אותם, חיסלו אותם, אל תקשיבו לשום פקודה אחרת. מכניסים אתכם, כל דבר שזז, להרוג, להשמיד, להרוג ולאבד. זאת המשימה שלך, חייל צה"ל יקר. לא פחות מזה.
Just FYI, most of the clips you just watched went down before the latest war on Gaza. Well, what about the shared value of equality? American values rooted in the U.S. Constitution emphasize basic rights like equality, freedom of speech, and freedom of belief. Principles that guide our nation's actions and commitments. But in the Israeli Declaration of Independence, it prioritizes the Jewish identity of the state above everything else.
Do you see Jews and non-Jews as the same?
And since it doesn't have a constitution, Israel's basic laws include over 50 discriminatory, basically racist laws. Puts Jews first before Muslims or Christians, even if they hold Israeli citizenship.
קודם כל יש מנהג יהודי קדום, שכשעוברים ליד מנזר או ליד כומר יורקים. אפשר להסכים או לא להסכים, אבל כאשר יורקים לצד, אני לא חושב שזה מבטא.
Oh, they even have a ministry for social equality. Makes perfect sense, right? And what about freedom of the press?
من جديد انهار البرج انهار البرج انهار البرج
نعم التوتر ما زال على حاله.
So, what shared values are we talking about here? When lawmakers are debating the legality of raping prisoners, and people are out there rallying for it,
להכניס מקל לרקטום של בן אדם זה לגיטימי?
כן, אם הוא נוח'בה הכל לגיטימי לעשות.
אוקיי.
הכל.
we need to ask, are these really our values? Is this truly who we want to align ourselves with? It might be time to take a hard look at what we stand for and who we're standing with.